Beterbiev or Bivol?
Bivol.
Bivol. Beterbiev.
Draw.
Dmitry Bivol.
Beterbiev.
Bivol.
Beterbiev.
Bivol.
Beterbiev.
Beterbiev.
Bivol. Beterbiev. Bivol. Bivol.
Beterbiev.
Bivol.
Bivol.
I'm sticking with Beterbiev, but what do I know?
Beterbiev.
Beterbiev.
Bivol. Beterbiev.
Bivol.
I predict it's going to be a hell of a fight.
Legends and experts disagree on who will win the rematch between Artur Bibiev and Dmitry Bivol, two of the sport's most deadly punchers, after their initial bout shook the boxing world. Let's hear the opinions of experts. Known for having a high fight IQ, Alexander Usyk was compelled to share his forecast.
Last question for you, and away the rush to go. Beterbiev, Bivol, you watched the fight. Who do you think won the fight?
Yeah, I watched this fight. I think Bivol win this fight. Not Bivol, but Beterbiev win.
You scored it to him?
Listen, for me, I say for me like a 6-6 for round. Yeah, but more percent win Beterbiev. Last 3 round. 100% win better.
As not everyone shares Usyk's opinion, which is based on superior BF's capacity to dominate when it matters most and lose rounds with unrelenting power, but with technical skill and defensive expertise. Known for his unrelenting approach and astute fight analysis, Ben Aids didn't mince words while discussing his feelings about the Bull versus BBF battle and their first meeting. Sasaid Navides.
I thought Bivol won that fight, to be honest with you. It was a close fight. It could have went. Couldn't have went either way. I feel like Bivol won most of the rounds. He controlled most of the rounds, and his combination punching was...
Benavides acknowledged the unpredictable nature of a rematch between two top fighters, but he leaned towards Bivol when asked about his prediction.
Think he wins the rematch?
I think he does.
Yeah. Is it different, or do you think it's more...
I mean, I don't know, because both those fighters are both high caliber fighters, so they can make adjustments. So, I mean, I don't know. I don't know if it's going to be the same fight or not, but if it's the same fight, I feel like...
The rematch is expected to be a fierce struggle of strategy and adjustments, as Benavides banked on Ball's flexibility, while Benavides favored Ball's better combination punching and control. Mike Tyson provided an alternative viewpoint based on respect for Beterbiev's unwavering strength and perseverance in the ring. When predicting the result of a possible rematch, the heavyweight legend admitted his bias, saying,
just want to get your thoughts on the Beterbiev and Bivol fight. What do you like this?
Ooh, I think Beterbiev is going to do well. I'm a big fan of his. I'm being biased. That's not fair to ask me that question.
All right, and lastly, who do you like, Raiders or Steelers this Sunday?
Excuse me, Raiders are going to win. Raiders.
Despite acknowledging his bias, Tyson's long-standing admiration for knockout fighters like Beterbiev obviously impacts his opinion. Tyson thinks a rematch might be won by BF because of his aggressive style and unrelenting pressure. His analysis demonstrates the polarized views of boxing legends and professionals regarding this eagerly awaited bout. Beterbiev and Bivol's first bout was a fistfight akin to a chess game. It would be better to go away with a very tight majority vote. It felt like Bivol couldn't have done much more in October. His defensive prowess made him the first man to avoid a knockout against BBV, and he fought boldly in phases, keeping BBF under constant pressure, but the judges didn't see it his way. Victory remained undefeated and handed Bivol his first professional loss. This victory crowned BBV the undisputed light heavyweight champion, snatching Ball's world title in the process. Even though the first bout was contentious, this sequel promises even more pyrotechnics, so if BBF gets going early in the rematch, it's easy to envision him winning another victory. However, Ball's road to redemption may rest on judges who appreciate his slick defensive skills. One of boxing's brightest minds, Roy Jones Jr., is renowned for his astute analysis and didn't hold back while dissecting the possible rematch between Dmitry Bivol and Artur Bibiev. Jones challenged the widely held belief that the fight would be a 50-50 contest by highlighting the main distinctions between the two combatants.
No,
not 50-50. One, Beterbiev is 38 years old. Beterbiev has been down.
Yes.
Bivol never been down. Bivol been in there with who at the time was pound the best, which was Canelo Alvarez. Made him look like...
Jones emphasized Ball's poise and technical skill, which he feels offer the younger fighter an advantage. Nonetheless, he did not discount the unquestionable strength of superior BFs, which has wreaked havoc in the light heavyweight class.
So I'm not saying it's 50-50. Beterbiev got everything to show me to bring it back up to 50-50. Right now, Bivol has the advantage 60-40. Now, Beterbiev is a hell of a guy and a hell of a fighter and has an awesome power. but he also has been down. So it's like when I look at that, I always look at stuff from where I used to see things standpoint.
Yeah.
And the way I saw it, if somebody else knocked you down, I got to get you down. You understand me? Now, that's a hell of a punch to walk through to get him down, though. So it's a very dangerous game that Bivol got to play because Beterbiev is the best puncher probably ever in that division. You understand me? So it's a great fight. If it's 50-50, it's because of his puncher power.
Bivol has never tasted the canvas better, and Jones's breakdown demonstrates the high-risk, high-reward nature of any possible rematch. Because BF may terminate fights with a single crushing blow, the matchup is always unpredictable and hazardous. This bout is one of the most intriguing possible rematches in contemporary boxing because of the conflict between Ball's control and BF's destructive force. The fighters themselves had distinct opinions about the rematch, despite the deluge of expert forecasts. For Dmitry Bivol, who lost to BBF for the first time in his professional career, the bout was a turning point. He expressed his purpose with emotion.
And this is good chance for me. And I know people like first fight and they want to see second fight, and also I want to make second fight and I want to be winner of this fight. What about belts now, which I could see? Before I was so wanted to have these belts and nothing else, but today I want not only just belts, I want a revenge. I wanna fix what I did before. I wanna win, not just belts. It's not only about belts now.
Bivol's decision to put redemption over titles highlights how intimate this rematch has gotten for him. It's about changing history and demonstrating that he belongs at the top, not simply about winning championship gold. His tenacity prepares the audience for what might turn out to be an even more passionate and furious confrontation. The rematch, however, is viewed differently and more calmly by Artur BBF. His attention is always focused on retaining his title since he is a champion who thrives on dominance and power. BBF said it simply.
My goal is now to keep my belts, and I will do my best to do that.
Beterbiev's icy and assured reaction to the question of Ball's thirst for vengeance reflected the attitude of a warrior who has seen it all.
Dmitry Bivol says that he wants revenge. What do you think when you hear that?
we have revenge. If he wants revenge, no problem.
What? The sharp contrast between V's desperate need for atonement and Beterbiev's measured resolve only heightens the interest in the eagerly awaited rematch. The motivations are at odds. In an open interview, one guy wants to change the course of history, while another wants to maintain his power. Dmitry Bivol talked candidly about the psychological toll of his first career setback and his resolve to find atonement. His remarks demonstrated a strong spirit of competition and a refusal to focus on failures in the past.
Revenge. I want to be winner. I want to win him. But I mean that I lost and I don't like it. I want to win. I want to prove myself that I could win him. I have to be better in all positions. Everything I have to do better. I have to be better Dmitry Bivol than today.
Ball's reflective attitude was apparent as he considered the difficulties of adjusting to his setback, particularly after going so long without losing. When asked how his life had changed since his first loss, Bivol showed resiliency despite acknowledging the pain.
Not too much. Of course, I don't like to hear that former world champion or ex-world champion or I have one loss. I don't like it, but I cannot think too much about it. I just don't have time to think about it and to pity myself about it. I don't like it. I want to move forward. Yeah, it happened. Okay, let's close this door, move forward.
Ball's goal-oriented mindset indicates a man on a mission, prepared to utilize his setback as motivation for a successful comeback. Veteran American professional boxer Andre Dirrell offered his perceptive forecast for the eagerly awaited rematch. He commended Ball's technical skill and knowledge of Soviet-style boxing, adding,
"It's so great with his hands and feet. He has that Soviet-style boxing down to a T. You know what I'm saying? He knows how to stay long. He knows how to find them shots, right? He knows how to be in and out. Tricky fake coming in, second you shoot, he right back out, and he come with a counter most of the time."
Dare's appreciation of Ball's methodical strategy was clear as he emphasized the fighter's capacity to outmaneuver opponents with accurate counters and deft movement. His position was evident in his last statement.
You know what I'm saying? That's why I got Bivol, right? And I'm going to say it.
Darrell's forecast demonstrates his faith in Ball's capacity to win the rematch through talent and planning. When asked who he preferred, Teofimo Lopez responded with a daring prediction for the eagerly awaited rematch between Dmitry Bivol and Artur Beterbiev. With assurance, Lopez said,
You got February 22nd, Bivol or Beterbiev? I think the same outcome, Beterbiev. But rooting for Bivol. Hopefully he does better than the...
Teofimo, however, wasn't sure that Bivol could make things better. He voiced doubts about Bivol's fortitude in trying times, adding,
I think Beterbiev is going to hurt Bivol this time around. But kudos to Bivol, man. He boxed very well, but he just didn't show enough grit in the last championship rounds. It's a great...
Lopez's forecast emphasizes the physical risk Bivol confronts, with the crushing power of superior BFs looming big as a deciding issue. Callum Smith offers a distinct viewpoint on their impending rematch because he has sparred with both Artur, BBF, and Demetrius. Smith, who has personally fought both champions, is aware of how very fierce and close their first meeting was. When he thought back on the battle, he realized how hard it was to separate the two. Both of them are quite skilled fighters, according to Callum. It was really difficult to separate them, and I believe it was evident in the first fight. I've seen a great deal of favor. Better conduct with a lot of favor. A draw is most likely a fair outcome. Smith continued by dissecting the variables that might affect the result of a possible rematch. He questioned whether Beterbiev aging might become a factor following a taxing first encounter, while also pointing to Ball's edge in youth and freshness. But I don't know. I just think the second time around they obviously both know each other well, Callum added. I just don't know if the time and age keep going on, if Beterbievs are going to fade a little bit more. He can't carry on. He's younger, fresher, and Beterbiev keep saying it. Smith also mentioned how much of a toll Beterbiev's last difficult bout may have had on him, which makes it an important factor in their rematch.
That last fight was the toughest fight of his career. It'd be interesting to see how much that has took out of him and